Hey everybody, it's Sarah. It is Monday and it's 12:05 p.m. and that means it's time for your Monday Mortgage Minute. Today is December 2nd and it's snowing today, which is exciting. It's great. I love snow. I love the start of winter. I don't love the middle or end of winter, but it's beautiful out and it reminds me of a topic or a question that I get all the time. So one of the things that happens when it starts to get cold is the mortgage companies are very concerned about houses, about you living in your house. They're very concerned about people occupying properties. So if you're behind on your mortgage, you're going to notice that occasionally somebody will drive by, maybe take pictures, and maybe leave a note on your door or hang tag on your doorknob saying, call us, and it's from your mortgage company or mortgage servicer. So I get a lot of questions about this. It's disturbing and it's upsetting to see people drive by your house taking pictures. It's concerning. Sometimes they knock on the door, they leave those notes, and it's upsetting to people who have this happen. Well, the thing is that's going to happen because when we get a mortgage, we agree to maintain the property, and we also agree that if we don't make our payments, if we're considered in default, the mortgage company has the right to preserve the property. So today we're talking about property preservation issues when you're behind on your mortgage, or when you're trying to find a solution to being behind on your mortgage. You might find that you feel like your bank is working against you because they're sending people to the house, they're dropping off notes, things like that. It really doesn't have anything to do with anything, except I just want to explain that it's all about your mortgage company just making sure that the house is heated and that there's no frozen pipes and that it's not being used as a squatter house, that they're just making sure that the house is in okay condition. So when we enter into a 30-year mortgage, we agree that they can do this. You don't notice this, they certainly don't talk about it at the closing of the loan, but you are agreeing to allow the bank to preserve the property. Now, one of the things, and yes, they're going to leave those hang tags on the door. And so when people say, should I call? I recommend that you call, because if you're staying there. If you're not staying in the house, if you're behind on the mortgage and you're not staying in the house, or no one's staying in the house, you call and you let them know that whether or not they should come in and preserve the property. Should they come in and winterize and make sure that the pipes don't freeze? That's one of the primary issues with unoccupied houses in the winter. So that's one thing you could do. If you're not living there, let them know, let the bank know. If you've already winterized, it should be clear that it's been winterized, and you can tell the bank that you've taken care of it. They may still come in just to double check. If you are still living there, that's what's frustrating, is when you get the drive-by, and I explain they're just trying to make sure the house is occupied, and the lights are on every evening, and there's cars in the driveway, and you're shoveling the sidewalk, and you're raking the leaves, and you're just thinking, it's clear that I'm living here. Why are they doing this? It feels so invasive. And again, it's just because the banks can. It's because you agree to let them make sure that the property is in okay shape no matter what, especially if you're behind on the mortgage. So again, I recommend call the number, tell them you got the note, and say, yes, the property is occupied, and we intend to work on keeping the property, keeping the house, if you are behind on your mortgage. So the one thing that can happen is the banks hire these property preservation companies who they're sort of property managers, and they may hire out other people as well, who may hire out other people as well to stop by the houses or to go and do the winterizing. So either the property preservation company, the property management company might be doing it, or someone that they've hired is doing this property preservation. And you may find that they enter the house. Some people, I've got nightmare stories, and I don't want the takeaway here to be that you should be afraid or concerned about what's happening with property preservation. This is really mainly to address that this is why you're getting the notes on the door. This is why you're getting the drive-bys and the pictures are being taken of the house. But the reason why you should, if you're living in the house, make it look occupied and make it clear that you're taking care of the house, is because these property preservation companies can be really rogue, and they can do bad things. If that's happened to you, let me know. Otherwise, if you're just getting the hang tags on your door, I recommend making a call to the bank, letting them know you're living in the house. The reason the drive-bys and the taking pictures and the leaving of the notes is so consistent is it's basically a cottage industry. These mortgage companies and the mortgage servicers hire lots of real estate agents and other people to do that work, to do these drive-by inspections. And they get paid like $5 a house, and they have to do like 20 in a day, and it's a lot of work. And so that's what's going on. So just know these are average hardworking people doing it, and they don't mean any harm, and just be nice to them if you see them, because they're having a hard day too, trying to get to all those properties in one day. So again, if you're behind on your mortgage and it's getting to be winter, the weather is cold, your mortgage company is going to be concerned about maintaining the property, and you want to be clear about your intentions with the property so that everybody's on the same page, and your house is yours and not invaded by, needlessly. If you're going to stay and if you're living there, let the bank know. And if you have questions about this topic, feel free to contact me. I can follow up with this in the future Monday Mortgage Minute. I just wanted to address this question, and there's others that are on my Facebook page, and we're going to put them on YouTube soon, so you can check back there if you have questions that I address, and email me questions throughout the week. I can respond in a future edition, and I appreciate any comments. And again, if you have problems with paying your mortgage, if you're having trouble keeping up, if you've been served with foreclosure papers here in Connecticut, if you're getting letters from the attorney or from your mortgage company that you're behind, feel free to call my office and we'll talk. Thanks a lot. See you next week.